What's up, Hoops fans? Welcome back to the best channel there is for all things NBA. LaMelo is the present NBA Rookie of the Year, an award he won despite missing 21 games in the season due to injury. There are only 3 people in the history of the NBA to have won the award with fewer goals since they began giving out the award. Ball was averaging 15.7 points, 6.1 assists, and 5.9 rebounds for the Charlotte Hornets. And despite playing only 51 games, he led all rookies in assists. And his peaks were so freaking high that it's hard to believe he was a rookie. LaMelo is not the greatest rookie in NBA history, but one thing is certain, and that's that his passing highlights are nothing like any rookie before him. Ball was initially coming off the bench, but he became so good and productive that the Hornets could no longer deny him a starting place. And his place in the starting lineup would eventually lead the Hornets back into the postseason this season for the first time since 2016. There's no doubt that there were a lot of expectations from the youngest member of the Ball family, and having a player like Lonzo Ball for an elder brother didn't exactly make things easier. But LaMelo has exceeded all expectations. LaMelo failed to make number 1 in a weak draft class, but he finally looks like someone who will become a spectacular player, and if that is what will eventually happen, he has taken his first major step in that direction. However, here are some things you probably don't know about LaMelo Ball. Before we get started on the video, do you want to win a PS5 with NBA 2K21 and Madden NFL 21? Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. LaMelo is the youngest son of controversial basketball personality LeVar Ball, and the brother to Lonzo Ball, who plays for the New Orleans Pelicans. At 6 feet 7 inches and 181 pounds, together with a talent that made him stand out even among his elder brothers, with many scouts and basketball stars expecting him to make the top draft pick. That talent was there to see when Melo reminded everyone back in December of 2017 why there were so many expectations on his shoulders by scoring 92 points in Chino Hill's 146-123 win over Los Osos. After finishing up his time at Chino Hills, LaMelo committed to UCLA at just the age of 13. He was expected to follow in the footsteps of his brothers by going to UCLA. Rather than doing that, LaMelo, with the advice of his father, decided to drop out of high school and start his professional career early in Europe, becoming the youngest American basketball player to make a professional debut. In December of 2017, LiAngelo and LaMelo signed with Prinai of the Lithuanian Basketball League, but Melo left the team after just 4 months. During his time there, LaMelo averaged 6.5 points and 2.4 assists per game. After leaving Prinai, LaMelo joined the Junior Basketball Association, which was created by his father, LeVar. The JBA was created to be an alternative to the NCAA by allowing high school and junior college players to immediately play professionally, and it was funded by Ball's sports apparel company, Big Baller Brand. However, the JBA only lasted 1 season in 2018 and closed afterwards, thanks to lack of fan interest and outrageously priced tickets. Do you know that there are only a few celebrities in the world that started signing autographs at the age of just 5? Well, LaMelo is one of such people. When other kids in school were still trying to learn their numbers and alphabets, LaMelo was already signing autographs for other kids who lined up as the young Ball played with his older brothers, Lonzo and Jello. But a quick question though, how does a 5-year-old have his own signature at 5? It isn't just the autographs. LaMelo cannot remember a time when he was not either signing an autograph or when the cameras weren't rolling, or when he wasn't being watched. By the time Melo was 14, fans would stalk his family after his games that year, chasing them to whatever restaurant they chose. And his father LeVar would remind him as the youngest, the one who shouldered the most expectations, that he shouldn't chase money. Let the money chase you. He would tell him. Some people go to the beach and find looking at the ocean relaxing. Some people even dare to swim inside the big body of water, but not LaMelo. LaMelo is scared of the ocean and everything inside it, like the great white shark, tiger sharks, and so on. LaMelo doesn't even like to think about it. When he's at a beach close to the ocean, he doesn't let his feet deep into the water because he's afraid that the water would swirl around his feet and then swallow him up. It goes to say that the youngest and brightest of the Ball family is human after all, especially for someone who's had to grow up really quickly and not be afraid of people bigger than him on the courts. LaMelo has been very private about his life, like many celebrities, so it's really difficult to pin down his relationship status. It's natural that people are interested in finding out more about his life, like who he's dating and his past relationships. The young star has been linked and seen with many Instagram models, the recent one being Ashlyn Castro, an Instagram model with about 105,000 followers on Instagram. However, we can confirm that the two are friends at the very least, although many people suggest that the two might be dating. Castro did confirm that they were friends, but refused to comment if they were more than that, saying, "Y'all do too much explaining. Let whoever think whatever and keep moving." Neither LaMelo or Ashlyn have confirmed whether they are dating, and they haven't posted anything about each other on social media. Apart from Castro, LaMelo has also been linked with Ashley Alvano and other top Instagram models. During a podcast interview, LaMelo's father LeVar claimed that his son was unlikely to meet a nice woman, especially as a professional basketball player. It's very possible that we don't know much about LaMelo's relationship because of his father's meddling. Even though LaMelo was drafted number 3 pick in the NBA draft, there were speculations that many teams were not impressed with Melo off the court. Ball was having some trouble with the pre-draft process and did not perform very well at job interviews. There were also concerns about his maturity, which should not exactly be a surprise because Melo has been seen at various points over the years on social media and on the Ball's family reality TV show that he's not the most mature person around. It's believed that the Golden State Warriors and Timberwolves were turned off from drafting LaMelo after an interview with him. Rick Bonnell of the Charlotte Observer said in an interview, "Here is what I'm hearing from the league at large. LaMelo Ball is not performing very well at job interviews. I've heard that from multiple sources. He is not improving his perception via job interview. There are people drafting later in the top 10 who are not preparing for the possibility of Ball still being around. And I'm not saying that he will not be a top 3 pick. I'm saying that I know for a fact that there are teams later in the top 10 who are doing more research on him, because they no longer think it's a given he will." There's also the theory that Melo was deliberately doing this so as to avoid high-picking teams and get to a lower-picking team because it's a little difficult to believe that Melo, who has spent his entire life getting ready for this moment and has traveled around the world to play basketball, couldn't handle an interview. It might also be because teams were turned off by the fact that LaMelo decided to skip NCAA to play professional basketball. Or let's just think about it. Nobody likes LeVar, and drafting his son is technically drafting the father too. Maybe teams were trying to avoid that. Before LaMelo moved to play at Chino Hills, he dropped out of high school due to a continued disagreement between LaMelo's father and his high school coach, as well as the school administrators. LeVar initially claimed he was going to train LaMelo on his own for 2 years until he could attend UCLA, only for LeVar to sign for Prinai of the Lithuanian Basketball League. But things didn't exactly work out there for Melo as he left after only 4 months. Not many people know that Melo is also known as the Entertainer, a nickname the Hornets guard earned as a result of his remarkable skill on the basketball court. LaMelo was popular for his skills during his high school, JBL, and NBL days and lived up to that name thanks to his ability to dazzle opposition players and fans alike. And the person to give him that name is, of course, no other than his father, LeVar. But that's not the only nickname that LaMelo has. Ever since LaMelo entered the league in 2020, he's been called Melo by his teammates, coaches, and fans alike. So much that there was debate whether it was possible for 2 Melos to exist in the league. That's because Portland Trailblazers forward Carmelo Anthony is also known as Melo and has been a superstar for 18 years. For many people though, there is only one Melo, and Ball isn't yet worthy of using that nickname that has been identified with Anthony, a 10-time All-Star. There are not so many players who get to sign a shoe deal before becoming a professional basketball player, and one of such players is LaMelo Ball. Melo is so highly viewed that many brands were willing to sign him before he made his professional debut. After many considerations, LaMelo decided to sign a $100 million deal with Puma. LaMelo said he decided to go with Puma and its talented up-and-coming group of athletes, ahead of several other shoe companies because he felt that the shoe brand best represented his goals. Puma offered LaMelo $100 million, and according to reports, the deal also came with a private jet that LaMelo would have access to anytime he needs it. Once Puma tabled the offer, LaMelo wasted no time in accepting. Well, you can't blame him. No one would hesitate in signing a deal like that. The deal was miles better than what other companies were offering at the time, so why not? The contract appears to be a win-win situation for both Puma and LaMelo. Melo is Puma's most marketable signing as they stand to compete in a market that is hugely dominated by other brands like Nike and Adidas. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications button so you never miss another one of our videos. We'll see you next time, latest Hoops fans. Until then, keep shooting your shot.